Every single Jurassic Park film has had dinosaurs fighting one another. Every single one of them. In the first film, of course, we had the climactic scene of Rexy facing off versus the Velociraptors. In the second film, we had the two raptors square up to one another as Sarah Harding made her escape from the abandoned complex. In the third, we had the much loved and not at all controversial Spinosaurus versus T-Rex scene. And of course, in Jurassic World, we had a bit of a royal rumble at the end involving Rexy, the raptors, the Indominus Rex, and even the Mosasaurus popping in for a little bit of fun at the death. Other than the Lost World, these battles were all prominent in the films, a centre point, a hot topic that people talked about for years afterwards, and it seems logical to me that in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, sequel to one of the highest grossing films ever made, they'd bring back yet another. Dinosaurs fighting one another isn't just good for fan discussion as people debate which they'd prefer to win and lose or how these fights would have really gone down. God knows we've done that enough with Jurassic Park 3, but it gives the dinosaurs a true sense of bestiality and danger. They're not out just to hunt humans, they're ferocious animals that'll fight and kill anything if they have to. That said, there's already been a little bit of speculation about what will be the dinosaur fight in Fallen Kingdom if there is one, which I think there will, and I do believe there is an obvious answer out there. Blue versus the Indoraptor. The latter half of Fallen Kingdom is likely to be a little bit more low-key than the first half, with a lot of the action taking place in Lockwood Manor. We also suspect the Indoraptor is going to be the primary antagonist of the second half, with the Baryonyx perhaps carrying that mantle in the first half, and we also know that at least some of the film is dedicated both to Owen and Blue's relationship and his efforts to stop her being used for more nefarious purposes. All that together leads to an epic Indoraptor versus Blue fight. But who would win? And how would such a fight possibly go down? We've only caught glimpses of the Indoraptor so far, so it's hard to have a solid grasp of its abilities, but I think it's safe to say its strength compared to Blue is probably approximate to the Indominus Rex's strength compared to Rexy, wherein in a 1v1 fight it really only goes one way, the Indo. I'm hopeful that the Indoraptor is going to copy some of the traits of its big brother, particularly in terms of the camouflage ability that was actually given to the Carnotaurus originally in the Lost World novel. After the bombast of the first half of the film, in the second I think the pace will slow down. We'll have Owen and the gang traipsing around Lockwood Manor, being pursued by this camouflaging, terrifying creature, one that effortlessly blends into the shadows and has the same unending bloodlust that the Indominus Rex displayed in the Apatosaurus field. We know it's planned to be a scary film, and a dark, creepy manor filled with dinosaur skeletons and an invisible, stalking foe sounds pretty much perfectly scary to me. Why they're in the manor, I don't know, but they'll be searching for something, and that's when the Indoraptor will find them. First, it'll slaughter a couple of red shirts before it finds the main group, take down a couple of grunts, start to thin the herd before it finds the main gang. I'd like to see it kill one of them outright. When's the last time a primary protagonist in Jurassic Park actually died? Masrani, maybe, if you want to count him, and that's a push to say the least. They need to sell the fear of this creature, so whether it's a soldier who's been with them from the start, or one of the younger members of Claire's dinosaur protection group, a brutal death for one of them would really sell the Indoraptor as a threat, something unbeatable. And then, like clockwork, like in all Jurassic Park films, a saviour. In the first film, it was Rexy. In the second, it was the InGen helicopters. In the third, it was the army. And in Jurassic World, it was the Rexy Raptor tag team and then the Mosasaurus. Just when hope is lost, that's when the cavalry rolls in. This time, the cavalry is Blue, and I'm not sure she survives the fight. Typically, when a film or piece of media expressly builds up the relationship between a person and an animal, like we know is going to happen in Fallen Kingdom, that animal does not make it to the end of the film. It's a pretty well-known trait in filmmaking, and it happens a lot in games as well, and I do suspect it'll happen again in Fallen Kingdom. In yesterday's video, we talked about the possibility of Blue having pack mates, perhaps raptor babies of her own, and if anything, I think that strengthens the idea she won't survive the film. Blue throws herself at the Indoraptor to save Owen and the others. The two claw and bite at each other ferociously, being thrown to and fro across the main hall of the mansion, battling between skeletons of other long-deceased dinosaurs before the Indoraptor strikes a critical blow. Blue's weak, injured, bleeding out, and the Indoraptor turns its attentions back to the human group when, at the last moment, Blue hurtles out of the shadows and slams into the Indoraptor, sending both crashing through a glass window and down into the abyss below. Blue dies, the Indoraptor dies, and to close the film, Owen finds Blue's nest and her one surviving offspring, vowing to raise it just as he raised her. It sounds like fairly bad fanfiction, because, well, it is, but simple stuff like that, if we're honest, is what the Jurassic Park films have always been about. Jurassic World was not a complicated film by any stretch of the imagination. They favour those big dramatic endings, and I'm pretty much convinced that either Rexy or Blue won't survive this film, and I'd be surprised if Rexy didn't bow out until a threequel, especially with the intimate surroundings of Lockwood Manor much more being suited to raptors. Plus, it's about time we had some raptor-on-raptor combat. All speculation, of course, but hey, it's fun to speculate. Is there anything in Jurassic Park history you'd like me to talk about or speculate about for the future? Do let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you lovely folks in the next episode. Cheers, much love, as always. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider smashing that like button down below. It really helps me out. And also hitting the subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with brand new videos about dinosaurs, animals, aliens, and everything else we do here on the Best in Slot channel. All of you who have subscribed so far, that's awesome. Make sure you hit that little bell icon. I'll highlight now, otherwise you may actually miss out on the content anyway, because YouTube is silly. Thank you guys so much. Much love.